Electric Honey was set up 93, the year of 93, by Alan Rankin, who was my predecessor at Stow College. And the idea was to have a sort of showcase for all the talent in local talent at that time, and through the college, and been fairly successful. Uncut magazine kindly called us the best record company, college-run record label in the world, which isn't a bad accolade.
We started college there together. The three of us.
That's where we all met.
We met each other at Stow, and just really doing the recording course and stuff. They heard a couple of our tracks and offered us to do the album, and I don't think we had anything in the pipeline, and it came about from that. It turned out to be a bloody good thing, actually.
Yeah,
We got to record it ourselves as well.
Yeah.
But it's run like a normal business would be run. You know, the idea is we, like a normal record label, we get all the students in first year to do the A&R process, which is the artist and repertoire process. So we send them out and they have to find an act, and then they have to sell the act to the class. And myself and a guy, Douglas McIntyre, overlook that. That's the A&R process. And that takes a wee while because there's maybe 20 in each class. There's 2 classes. So by the time everybody presents their band and says why we should sign that band for this year's project. We do the project over 2 years now. It used to be 1 year, but 1 year is not really enough time to start from the beginning and maybe get an album at the end of it. You need to do it over 2 years.
It meant we can kind of have something to build a wee fan base, and we've done 2 years of solid gigging from that album, and it still sort of sells well. So it's been a great help
sort
for
of
us.
projected us to good in terms of doing festivals and stuff as well. It's really,
I guess it just pushes a band to actually put something out as well if someone's behind it, Especially in this day and age, it's hard enough to get anyone to back you, So.
They were sound production students, and we liked their music, so we signed them. So that year we signed a band from in the college, and they recorded their own album. They produced it with Graham Wilmington, who's the recordist in the studio, main recording guy, lecturer, and so they did it together. So that was ideal. It's really good when you can get that. And then we designed the cover in house. It was one of the band's friends. So everything was done kind of like a wee cottage industry.
I don't care for the future that's coming along. So why should I care for you? There's a claim that in order to get yourself higher, you must give way to some of the devil's desire.
We're looking for innovative new sounds, as well as contemporary sounds. Anything it's about songs, really. It's about music. So if we can get the students into sort of thinking practically and thinking, we're recording this just now, so it won't be released for a year and a half. So you have to think kind of ahead.
Well, it's just given us kind of a lot of avenues that we still kind of, we're in touch with the producer of the album a lot. The guy who engineered the album, Graham Steele, just produced another track for us, our new single. And it's really just put us in touch with a lot of people who we maybe wouldn't have otherwise come to as quickly. As Mark said, getting to make the album in a way which we felt, was a true expression of what we wanted to do. And they pretty much left us to it in terms of artwork and production and what songs went on the album and stuff. So we were given free rein, which is quite uncommon probably for a band like us with their first album.
which you definitely, I don't think would get maybe on a for-profit label. So
Yeah.
we were very fortunate in that respect.
The great thing about having the label in the music industry management course is the students the students have a good experience because they're part of it. It's a practical experience. So you're picking the band, you're working in groups, and you're sort of thinking, why should that band, why should that band be picked or whatever.
In the first year of the course, we had to all put forward a band, then vote on that band to see if it went through to the final round, essentially. And the French Waves were the final band, so they get signed. And working with a £5,000 budget, we recorded and released our record this year.
It's been quite good. I mean, they're obviously very experienced, they've got a very good reputation, they've been involved in a lot of big bands kind of records and starting their careers, so we've never had any management or any kind of support before, so it's been quite nice having a little network of people that you can discuss things and bounce ideas off of, so it's been quite beneficial in that kind of side of it.
And then we start picking songs for maybe a single, put out a single, maybe try and get the band to go on the road, so we'll hopefully try and get them some support gigs or some good gigs about the place. And then we start thinking of what studio they should record it in. We can record in here, we've got facilities. We did, the last one we did in here was Whiteheath, which is a good sounding record. Wooden Box also recorded in here. French Wives this year didn't record, they recorded in the studio Castle of Doom Studios. So a lot of the budget we had for them went on recording. Young Aviators are a three-piece. They're from a place called Warren Point, which is in the north of Ireland, County Down, I believe. They are local. They've been over here. They're at Glasgow University. We're all at university. There's three pals who come over here, went to university. They've left university now, and I just happened to catch them a couple of times at gigs, and was one of the students with me, a guy called Danny Aubrey, who really liked them, and he put them forward. And this year we're doing it a wee bit differently. We've got a compilation album coming out. There was so many good acts, and we couldn't really decide on one act. So we're going to do a thing called, it's 2012, so we're going to have 12 by 12. So 12 songs from 2012.
Don't waste time thinking about your waistline. You're not strutting down a California coastline. The good life seems miles away. You don't look good in designer shades. And Hollywood won't feed the kids with a rum and coke and a music video. But what do them people know? When we'll all go together.
The biggest, the world players, Biffy Clyro, a very successful group, Math Rock I think it's called. Belle Sebastian, with a huge following. I mean, these bands are international, like South America, Argentina, all over Europe, Japan, everywhere. And so we've got Biffy Clyro, Belle Sebastian and Snow Patrol. And we're learning all the time, we learn all the time, students learn all the time. So it's part of that lifelong learning thing, which we promote at the college.